Yeah, another topic. Another player I wanted to talk about was Gabriel. This guy is a monster, El Monstro. This guy's a monster, man. Comfortably for me, top three centre back in the league this season already. Um, when I think about him, yeah, let me just go through some of his tools and like what he does. And he's first of all, he's available. That's important. He's played every minute this season in the league. His aerial presence, both offensively and defensively, his ability to win duels on the ground, in the air, the way he pushes up the pitch, because we have to play with a high line and we're stuck. Like we push the team out and we try to press and we're aggressive. We're press in terms of winning interception or winning the ball early, and then his leadership qualities that we've seen. For me, you can already see with the way he's on the pitch, the way he bigs up his chest, the way he's going to the other players and trying to motivate them during the game. You see him is constantly talking, trying to motivate the other players in the team. And then the last thing is as well that I've mentioned that to mention from him by his qualities as well is the distribution as well, which was something that he was getting a lot of criticism for at the start of the season, where people thought that he couldn't play for us or he couldn't be a starter for us because he couldn't pass like the likes of Saliba or Ben White. I always said for me he can pass. His distribution was always good. He was always able to play the ball really well, and I like the fact that he was always comfortable in terms of carrying the ball into the final third as well. Obviously, mistakes happened. The mistakes I saw from him was a lot of it was to do with confidence, whereby when he was distributing the ball, he would sometimes hesitate, and then the gap would close up. Like, so say for example there's a passing lane there. Rather than playing the pass immediately, he would hesitate, and then the passing lane closes, and then he misses the pass, or maybe he still plays the pass and then he gets blocked, or he's starting to hesitate, on the ball, and then whilst he's being pressed. Or another one that was happening as well again was or in not in terms of the passing, but in terms of his defending, where I said he plays with his heart on his sleeve and is very emotional, and he plays the emotions of the game, and he pushes up, and at times he can get a bit too aggressive, then he gets beat. But we've seen all that gone completely, especially post the World Cup. We've seen all that completely gone. Very decisive, very efficient. His timing of pushing up to win the ball has been perfect. We haven't seen those situations anymore. His distribution has been fantastic. The way he switches the ball to the opposite flank, the way he carries the ball into the final third. When we need a win or when we're chasing the game, you will see him on the left hand, like in the left kind of half space there, pushing up into the final third, and finding players in between lines and things like that, and whipping the ball. I love the way he slices through the ball across the ground and he gets to the players. He's got the right way on the pass on it. The guy is really good, having an unbelievable season. He reminds me of the likes of when you look at title winning seasons and you think about how the media talk about those centre backs who were playing almost every game. You had the likes of Rio, the likes of Vidic, the likes of Terry, Carvalho, guys like that who played almost every single, or who played every single minute, like that, of the season, and they were just a stable in the team or stable in the back four and were just constantly present there. And you think about how the media spoke about them and how highly they raved about them in those title-winning seasons. That's what Gabriel reminds me of. He gives me that presence, that comfortability at the back. When I see him go up for an aerial duel, and you know he's going to win it. When I see him come out the back to push, to press, you know he's going to win it. And that's one thing I'll say is key as well, is when you're judging defenders as well, for me, you have to think about certain things. Sometimes you can have a defender who doesn't make a mistake, who will make a mistake, but at the same time, he's not really doing much. He's not putting himself in a position where a mistake can be made. I don't like those kind of defenders, where it's like they're waiting for something to happen. They're not proactive. They're waiting for something to happen. They're not going out to go and do the thing, because obviously they don't want to put themselves out of position, or they don't want to put themselves in a position where they're not comfortable. Like, a lot of defenders don't like defending in wide areas. A lot of defenders don't like pushing up high up the pitch because maybe they don't have the pace. They don't have the reading of the game. They don't like to deal with wingers in the wide areas. Gabriel puts himself in all of these situations. He will go out wide and deal with wingers who will push up and deal with attackers who are dropping to try and receive between lines. He will push up there, and then he will also be back in our presence in the box, trying to make clearances, trying to make blocks, and trying to win the ball in the air. He's doing everything. And if a teammate, say Saliba, for example, misses a tackle, we saw this, I think it was against Bournemouth, where they had a counter attack. This was when they were already 2 up already, and they could have made it 3. And they had a counter attack. I think Saliba lost his man trying to win the duel, and Gabriel was there to quickly block the shot. And that's what I'm trying to say. I like defenders who take responsibility. it's not just about your job only. It's also about your teammates' job as well. You have to be proactive and watch it. And that's what I love about Koscielny when we had him here. And why I said about Koscielny is like he got so much criticism, but he was covering for a lot of players. You know, at times you would have maybe it was Motorcycle or whoever he was playing with would make a mistake and he'll go and cover for them. That's what I like. I don't like defenders who just play within their own self and just do their own jobs. No, I like a defender who does his job but feels the responsibility for his teammates as well. Who feels like if his teammates makes a mistake, I need to go and do that. I need to go and clear that ball because otherwise we're gonna concede. And it's not gonna. Yes, it won't be my fault, but I don't want to concede. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're not playing for yourself, you're playing for your team. And that's what I love about Gabriel. He's a team player. Takes responsibility for the team, he's in control of the game. He knows what's happening. His reading of the game is exceptional. His distribution is really good. For me, he's the top centre back. He's been the top 3 centre back in the league. You could argue probably he's the best centre back in the league, but that's a different topic anyways. But I feel like he's been top centre back in the league. Definitely should be in the team of the season up there. He's been fantastic, great defender, and he's still young as well. Still young. I think he's what 24, 25, something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's 26. I don't know, but I think 25. But anyways, yeah, that's for me.